What's happening, everybody? I wanted to make a video kind of about everything that I did when I first started losing weight. Now, I do have my entire weight loss story on my channel already. It's in a 4-part video, but those videos are very old. They were actually some of the first videos that I ever made, but if you want to go check those out, I'll leave the link to part 1 in the description. Go check out those videos. It's everything that I've done, how long it took me, anything you ever want to know about my weight loss. But in this video, I really wanted to get in depth about how I started going to the gym. You know, how I started getting into the gym without feeling insecure about doing it. A lot of people have sent me messages about, dude, I feel insecure. I don't even want to go into the room. I don't want people to look at me. And I get that. So let's start really with day 1. Day 1 of me going into the gym, and day 1, I was excited. I was pumped and I was ready. When I had that moment in my life that it just clicked for me that I was ready to lose weight, I took off at 100 miles per hour. Day 1, I signed up, I went home, I changed, and that night I went back. Now, when I walked into the gym, all I had on was a jacket and shorts. I say all I had on. I had on underwear and shoes and socks, and I had on a jacket on top of my clothes. That works better. I like that better than all I had on. I wore that jacket because I didn't want to just wear a t-shirt. When I was big, I always wore polo shirts because I felt that it didn't like hug on my skin as much as a t-shirt. So I felt more comfortable wearing like collared shirts with an undershirt. So that's why in a ton of big pictures of me, it's me with a collared shirt, because that's just the most comfortable shirt that I felt less insecure in. So when I went to a gym, I was like, well, I'm not about to wear a polo shirt to go work out. That'd be pretty awkward. So I put on a jacket. And I put on a bigger jacket than what I should have had, just so that if anything was moving around, jiggling, I wouldn't have felt so insecure about it. So I guess that's a big takeaway for anyone that's feeling insecure. Wear something that you're going to feel comfortable in. If you see guys in tank tops and girls in booty shorts and stuff like that, don't go in there wearing that stuff just because you see other people do it. Wear something that you're comfortable wearing. You know, and for me it was that jacket. So when I walked into the gym, I had no idea what I was doing. Like a lot of people out there, I had absolutely no clue what I was supposed to do at the gym. But I knew that I heard from somewhere that treadmill makes you lose weight. So I got on the treadmill. And I just ran, and I was in my hoodie, I had my headphones in, and I even put the hoodie on so that I didn't even have to look at anyone, and I didn't even have to feel like anyone was looking at me. And how the gym that I was in was set up was the treadmills were directly in front of a wall, in front of a mirror. So all I could really see was me, because I was taking up most of the mirror at the time. And that was it. That's all I looked at. And I just looked at me. I didn't care what the dudes were doing across the gym. I didn't care if a single person was looking at me, running, sweating, breathing, and I was out of breath. I was like heaving on the treadmill after a very short period of time, and I could not care less about what a single person thought about me. So if you are having trouble getting into the gym, don't worry about what a single person is thinking about you, because in all honesty, they're probably not thinking about you as much as you think that they're thinking about you. In your mind, you feel that everyone is looking at you, but in reality, they're doing their own thing, so don't worry about them because they're probably not worried about you. And that was where I started. I got comfortable, I wore something that I was comfortable wearing, and I did something that I was comfortable doing, which was the treadmill. I didn't try to go do any weights, I didn't try to go do anything but just run, because I knew how to do that. So get into the gym, and for a while, just get comfortable. Get to know the gym. Walk around and look at some of the equipment, and maybe one day you're gonna look at something and say, I'd like to try that. That looks cool. And you can look at the little picture on the machine and it shows the little man doing the exercise, and you can just try to replicate it. You know? Be comfortable. After a few weeks, you should feel pretty comfortable going into that gym now, getting on whatever you want to do and doing it. I'm telling you guys my story. I'm telling you what I did, and then you can take all the advice that I've given you on my channel, like start weight training as soon as possible, but start weight training when you feel comfortable weight training. If that is longer than it took me, that's fine. And it took me about 2 or 3 weeks of just going into the gym, getting on the treadmill, running until I couldn't run anymore, and then leaving. And then after about 2-3 weeks, I walked into the gym, got on the treadmill, did my thing, and then I was like, you know what? This is getting kind of boring. You know, just running on the treadmill is getting kind of boring. I'd like to go play around with some of this stuff. So I picked up a few dumbbells. I took my phone out and watched YouTube videos, how to bench press and how to bicep curl, and I just sat there watching them and then tried to do them for a few sets. I didn't do any certain routine for a very, very long time, and I was cool with that. I was cool with that. I would continue to go to the gym, run on the treadmill, and then just kind of move around the gym, finding things that look cool. In all honesty, I would just find machines that I thought looked cool, and I do them, and I do them. And then after several weeks, and keep in mind, every single day before I would go to the gym, I'd be watching YouTube and researching on how to lose weight. I researched every single day for hours on end on just how to lose weight, the best ways to lose weight, what should I do here, how do you do this, what exercises work best, how many times should I work out a week, everything. I just sat there and researched. So from that research, I can tell you, as I've said, start weight training as soon as possible, hit each body part twice a week, and go in with a plan. Once you feel comfortable and you've moved around the gym and you've done some different things, you YouTubed how to bench press, how to squat, how to do the exercises, find a plan online. And how you do that is by simply just typing in beginner weightlifting routine. And don't be scared to go to the deep, dark depths of page 2 of Google. Just because it's not on page 1 doesn't mean you won't find some other stuff on the other pages. Scroll through until you find something that's very manageable for you. But a big thing to keep in mind is that you are not going to lose all of this weight and then just look the way that you envision yourself looking, I guess is what I can say. You are going to have to lose the weight and then work on building the muscle after, as I have. It's taken me 2 years, over 2 years, to be where I am now. I didn't just lose weight and look like I do now. Absolutely not. When I lost the weight, I looked a whole lot different than I do now. So keep in mind that when you start doing the gym, when you start getting into this, when you start losing weight, that this is gonna be something you're gonna be doing for a very long time. And that shouldn't be something that scares you. That shouldn't be something that makes you not want to do it. It's just something you gotta keep in mind that this is not just a diet that you're gonna do to look good for summer. If you have a substantial amount of weight to lose, this is something that you're gonna be doing for a very long time. So spend the time learning, spend the time researching, spend the time falling in love with this process and trusting this process and realizing that in time you will be where you want to be. And then you're going to make new goals and you're going to get to those goals. And that just takes time. It takes a lot of time, and that's okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope somebody got something from it. And if you're still watching, please go on down, hit that like button because it really helps me out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
We're going to coin this gentleman today as Mr. No Surrender.
Mr. No Surrender.
Mr. No Surrender.
I like it, man.
Making all kinds of games.